Hi everyone. So I thought today I'd read out a story to you from one of my childhood books, my childhood favorite books, and it's this book called Animal Nursery Tales by Richard Scarry, and the book has the most amazing illustrations, and though it's simple language, but it's something that has stayed with me all these years, and I've read out from it to my children, and I would like to share the stories from this book with you. The one that I'm going to read today is called, the book is in a bad state, but I still can't bring myself to part with it. It's called The Wolf and the Kids, and though I've read various, a lot of variations of the story after this, but this is the one that I've identified with, and it stayed with me over the years. Once upon a time, a mother goat and her 7 little kids lived in a cozy house near a deep forest, and in that forest lived a wicked wolf. One day, Mother Goat had to go shopping. She called her children to her and warned them, "Lock the door and do not open it to anyone while I'm gone, for it might be the wicked wolf who will want to eat you up." The 7 kids promised not to open the door to anyone, and Mother Goat went on her way. Here, look at the pictures. And in the picture here, can you spot the wicked wolf? Yeah, he's watching the mother goat leave her 7 kids alone at home and go shopping. Shortly after she left, there was a knocking at the door. "Let me in, my dear children," a voice said. "It's your mother, and I brought something for each of you. Open the door and let me in." The 7 kids were ready to open the door when they saw a black paw on the windowsill. "You're not our mother," they cried. "Our mother's paw is white and yours is black. You're the wicked wolf. Go away." So the wicked wolf went to the baker and said, "Cover my paws with white flour or I'll eat you up." The poor baker was very frightened, and so he did as he was told. There's the baker. The wolf went back to the cozy house near the forest and put his white paw on the windowsill. "Open the door, my dear children," he said. "It is your mother, and I brought something for each of you." The 7 kids saw the white paw. "It's Mother," they cried, and they opened the door, and in bounded the wicked wolf. Can you see the wolf there, and the sack and the 7 kids? The kids were terrified, and they ran to hide. The first ran under the table. The second sprang into bed. The third hid in the laundry basket. The fourth jumped into a barrel. The fifth climbed into a cupboard. The sixth crawled under a wash tub. And the 7th and the youngest got into the grandfather clock. Can you all see that? But the wolf found them, and he popped them all into his sack, all but the youngest, who was in the grandfather clock. Then that wicked wolf started back home through the forest. The sack was so heavy that he soon had to stop and lie down for a rest. And he dozed off, dreaming of the fine supper he would have. There's the wicked wolf and the sack, which has all the, not the 7, but the 6 kids. A goat's babies are called kids, right? And look at this. Mother goat comes home and she sees everything tumbled over and broken down and the house in a bad state, and she doesn't know what's been happening. When Mother Goat arrived home, everything was topsy-turvy and her children were nowhere to be found. Then she heard a noise in the clock. Out jumped the youngest kid, who told his mother how the wolf had tricked them all. Mother Goat sent out to find the wolf, and soon she came upon him snoring under a tree. She saw something moving in the sack. The rope around the sack was so tight she couldn't untie it. So she rushed home to get her sewing basket. She took her scissors and snip, 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 snip. She cut open the sack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Out bounded her little kids. Mother Goat told each of the kids to find a big stone. She filled the empty sack with them and neatly sewed it shut. There. After a while, the wicked wolf woke up. He threw the sack over his shoulder and started off again. "My, this sack is heavy," he said. "What plump little kids I've got." The wolf was very hungry by the time he'd carried that heavy sack all the way home. He opened it up right away. "What?" cried the wolf. "Stones?" He was very angry and very disappointed and very, very hungry. So he packed his things, went home to his mother for supper, and he never came back again. You must have read this story in some form or the other, in some book or the other, but this is very special to me, and these are the pictures that have stayed in my mind, and I hope you enjoyed hearing it and looking at the pictures too.